Alright, welcome everyone to the tutorial video for creating Excel data from Vernier. Okay, so what you're going to want to do is right at slide 6, the Wednesday's activity, we're going to go over the no motion experiment. So remember, you have no motion experiment, you have the buggy lab experiment, right? But now we're going to analyze it with Vernier. And then we have the uphill downhill. So right now we're just going to focus on the no motion experiment. So what you do is you go to the data collection. Go ahead and click on that link. We'll actually give you a download feature. So go ahead and download the lab. It says no experiment. Download that, and it's going to actually send you to open up a Vernier graphical analysis lab. So here's the actual experiment. So the way you know that you opened it correctly, it's going to say lab, no motion experiment analysis. That's how you know you did this correctly. Now, once you are here, we can't really analyze it on Vernier, so we have to transfer that over to Excel. So the way you do that, right, so go ahead and click on the lab no motion experiment, click on that, and then go to export. So, and then once you click export, click CSV. All right, so make sure you have it in decimal format, and then go ahead and click export CSV. If you haven't done so already, go ahead and create a file for physics. So I'm going to do that for this class. So just right click on empty space, right click, go ahead and go to new folder, and then we'll just make this physics 2020, and I'm just going to put tutorials. That way I have a tutorial folder for my own documents. So I created the tutorials. Make sure you click on that folder and then go ahead and save your file onto that folder. So now that you saved it, you're going to have to go back, right? So you go to Windows Explorer, open up that folder. So in my case, right, I created the Physics 2020 tutorials. Open up that folder and you'll find your experiment there. So go ahead and do that. Again, you're going to have to go to Windows, right? Find this folder and then open up that folder. For those of you who aren't familiar with Windows, I'm going to move this down. So right now I just moved the screen. It's this little folder. If you click on that folder, it's going to open up your Windows, and then you can find your actual folder that you created. So once you do that, go ahead and open up Excel. All right, and Excel, it's going to actually have the three things that you analyze on Vernier. So looking at this is the Excel document. This is the CSV export that we have. So what I recommend is just kind of each of these have, so it'll let you know whether it's position, whether it's velocity, whether it's acceleration. So to get this for you to be able to see that, what you can do is you can double click that bar, and now you can actually read what the B cells or the B column reads. So again, the way you do that is you just kind of hover over this line, you double click that, and then it auto generates the right size for it to fill in. All right, so what you have, we have to create a position time graph, a velocity time graph, and an acceleration time graph, right? So the best way to do that, I'm not going to go through how to create the actual graphs. What I am going to do is how do you isolate just the position and time, just the velocity and time, just the acceleration and time. So what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to create a new sheet. Okay, in this sheet, go ahead and name it. The way you name it is you double click on the actual sheet on the bottom, and then name it position versus time. Okay, so when you do that, all you really have to do is you highlight the times, and because position is right next to it, it's kind of easy. So just highlight the time and position, and then make sure you get all of them, and then you can right click, copy, go to the sheet, right click again, and then all you have to do is just paste the values. So there you go, there you have all the values. Now this represents your time, this represents your position. Now you can go ahead and create a graph inserting scatter like we've done in the past, right? So you would do that once for the position time and then velocity time. Now this is how you do for velocity time. So let's go ahead and move the data over for velocity time. That way you can That way you can create your scatter plot there. So the way you do it is you just, this one's a little different. You're going to have to highlight all of the times from start to finish. So there, make sure you don't miss anything. So you have from start to finish. I'm going to go ahead and Control C. All right, it's the same thing as right clicking copy. Move over to velocity time. Control V, which is paste. And then we're going to go back and highlight only the velocities. So highlight only the velocities. Control C. Go to velocity time. Control V. And now you have your time here and velocity. So you can now create, again, your scatter plot feature. So you would do the same thing with acceleration, right? So click the new sheet. If this works with me. There we go. All right, so click the new sheet, double click that, change this to acceleration time. And now, the same way we did the velocity, we're going to do with acceleration. So again, highlight all of the times, Control C, move them over to acceleration time, highlight all of the accelerations from the very beginning. Control C, acceleration, Control V, and now you have time and acceleration. All right, awesome. If you guys have any questions, again, one thing before we finish, um, the position is in meters, the velocity is in meters per second, the acceleration is meters per second squared. Okay, so I just wanted to make sure the units were clear. So if you guys have any questions, make sure you call me over to your breakout rooms. Other than that, go ahead and continue your data collection.